And if you know what that song belongs to, then you are really, really good, or really, really old. Although I ended up combining two songs at once, if you notice that. But that is not what we're here for. We're here for a nice, good rant. Oh, what's going on with the mic? It doesn't look like it's reacting well enough to receiving everything as I expected. Let me check the settings. Hey, Mr. Realtek Audio Console. How's my microphone doing? Well, microphone's boosted just fine. Recording levels are probably just fine. Okay, so in my wondrous ideas of procrastinating, and I've been randomly doing. If you see how I unpack things, you would see how procrastination and randomness comes to mind. Because right now I haven't. I got a lot of things unpacked, a lot of things stacked in various locations. Um, I actually got my printer up and running on the wireless network right now, so it's although I haven't printed anything, haven't scanned anything, so I don't know how well it's working at the moment. I got some games unboxed. I got some things I got to get to my son a box. I found a few. Yeah, I'll bring these things over. Give me a second. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a box of peanuts. Scotty, did you turn off all the lights downstairs? All right. All right. One of these days, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of my shrine, the Funko She-Hulk, of everything I got, and just make it a digital background here, just for the heck of it. So in randomly searching through these boxes, I found a few of what's called these guys. These are Munchkin bookmark cards. See, it says bookmark of ship sailing, bookmark of Adventure Time, and the last one. Ooh, this one. The last one is the official Munchkin Impossible bookmark of Her Majesty's Secret Circus. Now, what these are, if you played the game Munchkin at all, and if you go to conventions and you go to demo Munchkin games, especially at PAX, you can get these bookmarks, and these bookmarks actually affect how the game is played. The problem is that some of these require you to cut them up and break them up, like the booty one, the pirate one. You actually cut it out. If you see on the back here, you cut out the ship here, and the ship acts as a thing. But the collector in me doesn't want to cut it. So let's read what these bookmarks do. So this is bookmark Adventure Time and this is from 2014. So you may use this bookmark in any of the game of Munchkins or its sequels. So Munchkin has tons of games. There's a base Munchkin game, and then there's Munchkin Quest, which I actually have. It's a dungeon delving one. You have Cthulhu Munchkin, you have Star Munchkin, you have Superhero Munchkin, Pirate Munchkin. You have I got the Good, the Bad, the Munchkin with its Dead Horse expansion. Oh, jeez, I can't remember all of them. There's a Conan expansion, Munchkin. There's a one for tabletop games, which is really expensive now if you want to try to buy it. But this one does. You may use this bookmark in any game. It may be used at any time except on your turn. So you have to use it out of turn. You may use it only one bookmark, if any, of any kind. So you can't use any of these others if you use this one. Per game, unless you change sex. Now, in the game Munchkin, this is what kind of would piss off transgender individuals. Is that Munchkin is a level based game. You start off as what you physically and biologically are. I think someone didn't like me. And that is, you start off, in my case, I am a male human, and I'm level 1. And so and in the game, you can play a card that says change my sex, and then now you're a female human, whatever level. All right. If you change your sex, you may use a second bookmark. You may not use more than 2 in a game, no matter what. Exactly, because in the game there's only 2 sexes. There is male and female, even in the aliens. And you may have different races because you have halfling, you have orc, you can have dwarf, elf, half elf. Let's see. 1, do not show everyone this bookmark. Not yet. Keep it a secret. As casually as possible, ask another player, what time is it? Whatever the answer says, whatever he answers, you say, wrong! It's adventure time! Mathematical! And give him this bookmark. He cannot use it in this game. Then draw a face down door and a face down treasure. If your name is Finn or Jake, also go up a level. Royal exception. If your chosen victim says, it's adventure time! When you ask, you lose a level and you still have to give him this bookmark. Alright. So now we're on to the pirate one. This is the official bookmark of ship shape sailing. Oh, by the way, the game company that makes this is Steve Jackson Games, a company that was raided by the FBI due to having questionable material. In other words, their RPG stuff was a little bit too accurate for GURPS. Ye may use this bookmark in any game of Munchkin or its sequels. Ye may only use the bookmark of one bookmark of any kind per game, unless your sexes change. If ye change sex, ye may use a second bookmark. Ye may not use more than 2 in a game, no matter what. 1. Ye may play this bookmark whenever ye are in combat. 2. Show everyone the bookmark so they can see it is in one piece. If you don't like that, for long. It won't be like that for long. Sorry. 3. Tear off the bookmark on the bottom marked ship and fold it and place the bookmark rules in front of ye. Ye now have a +4 ship. It follows you all the regular rules for ships, except it doesn't count against the total number of ships. If ye don't know the ship rules, treat it as a big item. After each fight, ye must tear the corner off the rule portion of the book. Ye ship is -1 for each corner removed. When ye tear off the last corner, ye ship sinks and remove it from play. Yeah, I'm never going to do that. I more likely would make a copy of this card, print it out, put it on cardboard, glue it together, and then use that. I will not tear up this bookmark because I kind of collect these things. All right, and the last one. Now, I actually have about 10 of these, by the way. The other ones are in one of my Munchkin boxes. I have to go through and find my game boxes and unpack them. That's how I found this one. It was in a box marked games. and a game box I haven't opened up in a while because I found a few of my games kind of ruined due to bad rubber bands. All right. This is the official Munchkin Impossible bookmark of Her Majesty's Secret Circus. Dun 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 I'll try to do a British accent, but I am bad at it. So what I'll do is I'll talk to you in this voice. All right, here we go. You may use this bookmark in any of the Munchkin games or sequel. It may be used at any time, but except during combat. It may only be used one bookmark of any kind per game, unless you change your sex. If you change your sex, you may use a second bookmark. You may not use more than 2 in a game, no matter what. 1. Show everyone this bookmark so you can satisfy themselves that is what you say it is, because they won't be able to read it when you're done. This is why. Why? Tear or cut or otherwise mutilate the crap out of this thing into festive bits. Yay. Tiptoe around the table and discreetly sprinkle festival bits while loudly humming the carnival tunes and occasionally shouting, "God save the Queen!" Be sure behind each player at least once. This is a secret circus after all. 4. Return to your seat. Everyone now gives all their cards in their hands to the player to the left. Return. 5. Starting with the player who played the bookmark, everyone draws one face-up door card, reacting to the card as if it were drawn during the open door phase. All right, so this is actually kind of a nasty card in a sense. But again, I will refuse to cut the crap out of this card. I will make a copy of it. I will double-side glue it down, and then I will tear it up that way. Why? Because I am a collector. But that is kind of funny. All right, so what do we got for you today? Right now we're going to do a yacht rock song, unfortunately not by the Professor Nick Harrison, because he hasn't done extended yacht rocks. He's done a few videos. He has a 1 minute long song of reimagine what is Black Sabbath with yacht rock, and we're gonna probably play that at the end. So instead, what we're going to do, we are going to play this individual called Chiron. I think a lot of these AI companies are showing up all over the place. And what we're going to do is we're going to play, what if Master of Puppets yacht rock. All right. Here we go. Let's see if it plays without me interrupting it.
Play, humbling away on your source of self-destruction. Things that pump with fear, sucking dark is clear, leading on your death's instruction. Taste me, you will see, more is all you need. You're dedicated to how I'm killing you. Come calling faster, obey your master. Your life burns faster, obey your master. Master of puppets, I'm pulling your strings, twisting your mind and smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, 'cause I'll hear you scream. Master, just call my name, 'cause I'll hear you scream. Master. Needle work the way, never you betray. Life of death becoming clearer. Game monopoly, ritual misery. Chop your breakfast on a mirror. Taste me, you will see, more is all you need. You're dedicated to how I'm killing you. Come calling fast. Master, where's the dreams that I've been after? Master, master, you promised only lies. Laughter, laughter, all I hear or see is laughter. Laughter, laughter, laughing at my cries. Hell is worth all that, natural habitat, just to run without a reason. Never-ending maze, drift on numbered days. Now your life is out of season. I will occupy, I will help you die. I will run through you, now I'll rule you too. Come crawling faster, obey your master. Your life burns faster, obey your master. Master, master of all things, I'm pulling your strings, twisting your mind, smashing your dreams. Blinded by me, you can't see a thing. Just call my name, 'cause I'll hear you scream. Master, master, just call my name, 'cause I'll hear you scream. Master, master.
Alright, so that is Master of Puppets. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to see if I can do this. Alright, that works. Okay, so that was kind of cool. I kind of like that. I wanted to talk. I saw an article the other day on procrastination, and I intended to print it out and read it. And apparently, my mind goes, "Nah, we ain't going to do that. We'll do that later because why not? Later is much funner." Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we'll go. Let's skip procrastination right now. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about Dragon Age again. Yes, I know, Dragon Age. So it's kind of amazing how some of the stuff, how Dragon Age is kind of written in ways. So there's a character that appeared in, other than Varric, who's appeared in 3 games. He's appeared in Dragon Age 2, 3, and 4. Although I'm not counting 4 anymore because it really isn't Dragon Age, and in a sense of how Dragon Age evolved, essentially the story, be able to create your own story and stuff like that. What we got is there's another character that appeared in Dragon Age 2, 1, 2, and 4. I don't think Isabella made an appearance in Dragon Age 3 Inquisition. I know Isabella. I played. It's kind of weird. I played through Dragon Age 1 a couple times. I didn't realize the character, and then when Dragon Age 2 came out, I played the character, and I saw the name. The character Isabella was introduced in that game, and it didn't quite hit on me until I went and replayed Dragon Age 1 again. That Isabella made an appearance in Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, and 1 and 2. I don't know if I don't think it's voiced by the same actress. Let me look real quick. I should have done that first because research. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do research? I mean, come on. All right, show more. Come on, give me a Dragon Age Origins, please. I think Isabella made an appearance Dragon Age Origins. Full cast. And I'm going to search for Isabella. If I can spell Isabella right. ISA. 1S. Alright, so Isabella was originally voiced by Mika Simmons. Mika Simmons in the original Dragon Age games also voiced Queen Honora, Bella, Dylan, a violent human female, a pearl human female companion, a hood courier, and Emon, a state maid. Now, mind you, Isabella is actually in the Pearl, so this woman's doing multiple voices within the Pearl. I don't think she did any more voices for Dragon Age. Oh, she did do. Funny. For Dragon Age Inquisition, she was Queen Honora, Charter, and Sienna, and which is funny. And Dragon Age Redemption, she was Honora, Queen Honora. So she kept on doing the voice of Queen Honora, but didn't do for Isabella, which means a different actress came in and did Isabella for the next series. So in Dragon Age, I think the same actress who did it in Dragon Age 2 continued the voice in Dragon Age Inquisition because it sounds like the same individual. So let me look this up while we're doing this because I have fun doing it. Isabella is voiced by Victoria Kruger, who I guess she did. No, wait. I guess Dragon Age. Oh, Inquisition. She does. Isabella does make an appearance in Inquisition. In the Dragon Slayer DLC. I have to go through and play that again. She also did a couple other voices for Dragon Age. Dragon Age 2, Mark of the Assassin. She did the voice of Isabella for that one, of course. And then she did the voice of Isabella for Veilguard. So at least they kept her consistently at that point. But that is not what we're here for. What we're here for is what's called the progression. There was a YouTuber, on Naughty Games is the account. They did the Isabella evolution from Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard, and they picked some key points that made the rounds already with Isabella, and they picked some other key points for other stuff. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch the video on that, and my chroma key, so I could just so we can see everything. So this is the Naughty Games, the Isabella evolution for Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard. Now, what I like about this is that you can actually see the writing and how the progression of the writing of the character and the dialogue sets. And whatever your opinion is, leave a comment on in the chat, or leave a comment after the video has been posted, and to the various locations being Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm broadcasting this on all three of those events. So here we go. This is the Isabella evolution for Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard.
Stop playing games, Isabella! We want our money!
I think you forget who you are speaking to. I will give you a chance to leave quietly.
You crazy hussy. Someone needs to put you in your place. He's too good!
Be off with you now, and be glad I only took from you your gold. And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see. You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard.
So, Zevron there actually killed her husband.
And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin. And Isabella, my dear, you will no doubt be amused to discover that I am traveling with a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden? Charmed. I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I...
Pause. So, if you were a dual-wielding individual, you can actually learn how to... you can actually unlock a combat tech tree with Isabella's character. Just an FYI.
I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better, so we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game. Do you have something else in mind? Oh, and now you've piqued my interest. It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer.
You're going with her? I thought you were joking. I can't let you do this. Not without me. Keeping an eye on the both of you.
Who am I to deny such a pretty little thing as yourself, my dear? You are welcome to join us. And what about you, Zev? Shall we? For old time's sake?
Oh, Isabella, you and your ridiculous appetites. Perhaps we should leave it up to our friend here.
Oh my, what have I got myself into?
Ah, that impish smile of yours, Liliana, you little minx. It just gives you away.
Come. My ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
Let us never speak of this again.
Yes, I agree.
I don't mind never speaking of it again, as long as we could do it again.
That's a thought.
Am I getting old, or has Zevran become even more depraved over the years?
I've been about Grey Wardens. Perhaps the taint has rubbed off on me some, huh?
Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps?
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for? I didn't think so.
My. And here I thought the only men in this place were besotted fools who couldn't hoist the mainsail.
When you talk about hoisting the mainsail, what do you really mean?
What else could it mean? It requires strength, knowledge of rigging, and a small measure of sobriety.
I know my way around rigging just fine. And I'm good with my hands.
Oh my. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know.
So, as a reference to the first game where she was in Denerim, that's where you met Isabella and the Pearl.
That look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there. Looking to fight? So, Tash pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye. Oh, my.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Like, the size of a horse?
30 feet tall. Had the size of a wagon.
How'd you get up there?
They carved the scales. Made okay handholds.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition.
So, why would Tosh be asking, what are you doing, if Tosh knows they're intimately that way, that they were working together? I don't get it.
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot.
Well, here's a question. It's like, if that was a tradition, why didn't it appear in Dragon Age Inquisition when you had the conversations there? Why didn't it appear in Dragon Age 2 when they talk about when Isabella was conversing with your character, all of Dragon Age 2? The Lords of Fortune was never a comment in any of the stuff. So I don't understand how she's been a part of Lords of Fortune for majority of her life, when again never mentioned it, never mentioned the faction, never mentioned anything about it.
Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barb. Oh, there we go.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're...
In the previous versions of Dragon Age, whenever Isabella mentions sweating a little, it has nothing to do with making up for somebody. It has everything else to do with sex.
Sorry, though.
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay, yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a barb puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tash's back.
Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
So, you either learn to make fewer mistakes, or you get gigantic muscles.
Or both. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yelled that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach, I get, but did it really have...
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well... I don't know what...
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Lara, I know you're sorry, but you did mess up.
I know.
And what do we do when we mess up?
Yes, you're right. I'm pulling a barv. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
Canary, they just kind of screwed it over, and it's really, really annoying in that sense, because Canary as a race, as an ideology, is kind of. I may not agree with it, but I like the fact that they had it as a background thing, that they dealt with situations in that sense. And it's what Dragon Age Velgar kind of destroys and ruins when they said that they are incorporated everything great about the original Dragon Age, and then all of a sudden they don't. I mean, to me, they physically lied, lied to us and lied to everybody else in that sense, where they. I'm gonna have to watch this. I may show this, talk to this stuff later. And I'm going to talk about Velgar because I had passion for the game. I have passion for BioWare, for Mass Effect and stuff, and I am. I am. I'm one of those people that feel disappointed that they kind of, where they, like I said, they claim to be fans of the game. They claim they made the game for the fans of this. The claim is they made the game for the fans of Dragon Age, and then come to find out that they admit that no, it's when you read everything about it, you read all the stories, you read all the dialogue that went into it, and it's no, they didn't make it for the fans. They made it for themselves. They made the game that they wanted their stuff put into it. They took an established franchise and says we're just going to rewrite everything and screw everything else. Especially how I found out what happened, why they took away the options of importing from Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 into Dragon Age Veilguard, because the idea is, well, we're just going to wipe everything out anyway, so it doesn't, whatever choices you made doesn't matter. So it's all what we tell you is that matters, and that's what it came down to, and that's what makes me really hard not to play the game is when I find out those situations. I mean, I would have quit playing. I'm not going to demand my money back. I do support BioWare still, sort of, in the sense that I will occasionally give them money for things that needs to be given to, but I still feel that they kind of screwed us over, all for the sake of DEI and all for the sake of equity and inclusion. Because as someone pointed out, that roughly how many male companions are there that you get to travel with in Dragon Age Veilguard? 2 that I know of. Is it 2? Which again is fine. I have no real issue with it. But just it's one of those little nitpicky things they pointed out. Let's see. No, 3: Lucanus, Emmerich, and Harding. No, Davrin. So, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 female companions. Which again, that doesn't bother me as much. I mean, you can always look and see how many companions it had in the other ones, and it's kind of the same numbers. I mean, the first game you had Wynn, Liliana, I'm trying to remember it. Wynn, Liliana, Morgan, Sten, or Ogren, who was, I think, yeah, Ogren, and it was a balance. It was 6, 3, and 3. Excuse me. Yeah, it was 3 and 3. No, 4 if you count Zebrin, so it was 4-3. So kind of opposite here. And in Dragon Age 2 companions, let's see. Let's see, Dragon Age 2. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Depending on what class you played, you would have your brother or sister. Let's see. But you would have 4 females if you had Bethany as a companion. And she's only there half the time. Same thing as your brother. And the same thing with the... No, you would have more male characters because Sebastian was a DLC add-on. And then you have Varric. Anders, Fenris, Varric. And, oh, that's it. No, not really. You can have 4 females and 3 males initially if you didn't get the DLC. Or you can have 4 males and 3 females. Depends on what class you pick for that game. Let's see. God, I hate this. In Dragon Age 3, the companion list, you have Cole, Blackwall, Iron Bull, Darian, Solus, and Vivian. So in this one, the male to female ratio is a bit off. Although kind of Cole is, indifferent because the fact that Cole was a spirit inhabited a human's body. Dorian, of course, is the gay individual in the party, which no one gave a deal about. Iron Bull is for everybody. He's bisexual. Oh, they're missing. No, they're missing. Who am I missing? Missing the list. Cassandra's missing. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3 females and a lot of butt ass males. Which majority of the time I had Sarah in my party. I've had Vivian in my party majority of the time because I like their abilities. Cassandra, if I'm not playing a warrior class, I'll have Cassandra in my party for that reason. And then of course you have your advisors, which is 2 females and a male. And then you have the DLC contacts, Volta and Rena for the Descent. So it's kind of weird. It really is. That you have to have a hard balance between the companions so much. But the way the companions are written between in each of the Dragon Age games, 3 is the worst one, or 4 is the worst one. When it comes to backstories, side quests, and just generalized interactions with the individuals. I really never look forward to it. And again, I haven't gone into it too much in the gameplay. I have 3 companions right now. That is the 3 that you can get from the beginning, and that's it. That's all I have. I every time I see a new video, every time I see a new review, it just makes me less and less want to play the game. Because I don't want to deal with those moments. I don't want to deal with those the writing, the dialogue writing is just and it's usually when Tosh comes into play, and also Balara, it just doesn't feel right listening to the dialogue that they have, because the dialogue just seems off. I mean, as I pointed out, you bring Morrigan into Dragon Age Velgard, and she's just a standing NPC at the Elven Village so far, not doing anything. And Balara seems to know more than Morrigan, but Morrigan's also part of she's a splinter of her mother, and when her mother died, she got more of her mother's powers and more of her abilities unlocked, and yet she's a side character that does nothing other than random dialogue in the background. so far. And that's my biggest issue that I have with Dragon Age Velgar, to be honest. Is they took what was best about the game and just kind of crapped all over it. All right. Yep, that was my little rant for the day. Let's kind of end this. Do I want to end on a happy note? Do I want to end on a sad note? Do I want to end on a questionable note? There we go. I want to keep that open because I want to do some things. Let's see. Does he have any more songs that are worth watching? No, I can't do those. That'll get me in trouble. Okay, we'll do this one.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. Then the science gets done and you make a neat gun. For the people who are still alive, I'm not even angry, I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces, threw every piece into a fire. As they burned it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line. And we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned. For the people who are still alive, go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa, that was a joke. Haha, fat chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. While you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive, still alive, still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
Yeah, I'm not going to do Pepe Rock, Yacht Rock. All right, folks. Thanks for coming. I know it's kind of short, kind of not long, kind of not whatever. But until then, we know we have to. Everything in life has to come to an end, and that is always a sad part. because we want to enjoy ourselves. We want to enjoy the moment. We want to be there and exciting for everybody like that. And so, yeah, with that, I say this: be nice, be kind, and